Hello, I'm Colleen and this is Let's Talk Tobago. Today we're taking a break from our outdoor locations to come to you from the Office of the Chief Secretary here at the Calder Administrative Complex. This office has specific responsibility for public administration and information, but that's not all. Energy and telecommunications also fall under the Chief Secretary's portfolio. We'll tell you more about the structure here as the program continues. But first, let's look at our stories this week. Funding to help this island protect its coastline. A second chance for our young people. We'll tell you about a program that gives them the tools to start again. And all you need to know about this year's Dragon Boat Festival. Welcome back. You're viewing Let's Talk Tobago from our studios at the Calder Administrative Complex, where the Office of the Chief Secretary is also located. Now, as you're aware, the Department of Information is within the ambit of this place, so it should come as no surprise that most of the material, data and facts about the THA emanate from right here, be they video, audio, press releases, communications, plans and strategies. They happen within the confines of these walls. But let's leave it there for now to tell you how Tobago plans to fix the problem of coastal erosion. This island is 116 square miles, but wind and water action threaten to take some of this away. Many Tobagonians say they lived to see the boundary changes and have witnessed our decreasing shorelines. But the Inter-American Development Bank, the IDB, has stepped in as a partner to help. Omadara Mills explains.
Many persons remember when this area was more land than sea, or this part where you could have passed to the back of the Scarborough Secondary School and arrive at licensing office.
Years ago, the coast was very nice because we had much sea and much access to go to have a sea bath and so on.
Due to coastal erosion, the Atlantic Ocean has claimed much of the land along Milford Road and the Lambos Coast, all the way down to the Magdalena Grand Beach Resort. A problem which is of concern to the owner of Francis Auto Supplies Limited, Vera Theresa Francis, who says she has been in the Milford Road area for close to 45 years.
To be honest with you, when I moved down here to this establishment here, the road was eroding tremendously. Okay, and I would love to see that it's better now, because just now the sea might pick up me and the shop and go away with us.
The problem in this area has not gone unnoticed by the Tobago House of Assembly, and as part of the Scarborough Enhancement Program, the Assembly has sought funding from the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, to start its coastal protection work.
I think that was a very good move for them to make for us, not for me alone, but for others as well, and to make Tobago a much more beautiful place for us.
The THA will receive a portion of the $600,000 which this country will receive to fund various projects from the IDB. About 1 month ago, the owner of the Veggie and Things Mart, Sangeeta Sipasad, opened her business in this area. She says the coastal work will not only be for protection, but it will boost economic activity in the area.
I will be in total agreement of it actually, because it wouldn't be only for our protection. It'll be better for business as well, seeing as we'll get better customer service on the different routes that they would be improvising on.
The THA also plans to carry out coastal protection work in other areas, as well as correct the erosion problem in several rivers around the island. I'm Omadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
Some might say it's an opportunity to reform, others a chance for a new beginning. But however we choose to characterize this program, it cannot be disputed that it's the start of change. Change using two basic methods, social skills and problem solving. The idea is to restructure their thought process, turning what was previously deemed deviant behavior into positive actions and attitudes. Let's hear how from Kisan Braffett.
The Department of Social Services is moving to better the behavior of probationers. the term used to describe young persons who are found guilty by the court as having committed a particular crime or expressed uncontrollable behavior and are required to undergo a probation period of 1 to 3 years. The program, Thinking for a Change, which involves the participation of both the young offenders and their parents, is one which started in 2012 with the aim of promoting positive behavior change.
It is based on the premise that thinking controls behavior. So by taking charge of your thinking, you're able to control your behavior.
With 22 lessons for 8 weeks, topics such as improving listening skills and solving problems in a constructive manner help to improve the young offenders' thinking and conduct.
We try to look at 2 basic skills, which are social skills and also problem solving. So there we give the persons or the probationers various lessons for them to do over a period of time, and with that it will help them with their behavior, help their prosocial behaviors help their antisocial behavior into prosocial ones, so basically trying to restructure their whole.
Since its existence, 20 young offenders have successfully completed the program, with no reoffenders to date. It's hoped that 2 cycles of the program will be done in 2013, with the aim of not only improving the lives of the children, but also help to reinforce positive relationships among family members. I'm Kissan Brathwaite for Let's Talk Tobago.
Safety in the workplace is never far from employees' minds, but when accidents occur, there's always the question of what more, if anything, can be done to ensure it never happens again. In fact, just recently, a lorry loader was electrocuted on the Shaw Park compound of the Division of Infrastructure and Public Utilities. An investigation has been launched, but even as they tried to get to the bottom of that accident, the Tobago House of Assembly is assuring its workers that they've created an environment which adheres to the highest standard of occupational health and safety. Let's hear what's in place.
The Tobago House of Assembly understands that a healthy and well-protected workforce is important in maintaining a strong economy, and the Occupational Health and Safety Department knows that in order to address the safety of workers, educating them is key.
In addition to putting the policy in place, we have done a manual. We have done a lot of publications that we distribute throughout the divisions.
The publications include office safety tips, emergency evacuation planning and response, and the duties and penalties of the employer and employee. But the OSH department is doing more than providing the necessary information to the workers. They are advocating for health and safety groups to be set up to monitor the process.
We have established in some of the divisions safety committees, and we have been trying to influence the other divisions to form their safety committees, because the safety committee comes as a catalyst in the whole operation.
Beyond the publications, safety committees, and carrying out safety checks on the division's buildings, the department has provided safety exercises for several units in the divisions. With the THA's intent on becoming fully OSH compliant, the Health and Safety Department is working towards making the public more aware of the health and safety guidelines for the work environment. Just recently, the THA collaborated with the OSH Authority in promoting National Safety Week on the island. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's time to take a break, but coming up, restoring the Ark. Details are on the other side.
SIT Tobago, ready to provide your community with the highest degree of professional services in emergency response. Contact SIT Mariah at 660-0065 or SIT Speyside at 660-6096. SIT 24-hour services, emergencies, medical or other. SIT Pro, the new face of emergency management.
This is Let's Talk Tobago. Thanks for joining us in our studios at the Office of the Chief Secretary here at the Administrative Complex at Calder Hall. It's a break from our usual setting, but it's a chance to showcase part of a wider structure here at the Office of the Chief Secretary that includes a full audiovisual unit and a communications department. This studio is home to the post-executive media briefing. It also plays host to school tours and often doubles as a strategy and planning room. And while we're on the topic of planning, here are some questions the financial managers want you to consider. Do you have enough funds if an emergency arises? What about if a family member falls ill? Well, according to the experts, these unforeseen circumstances can be taken care of if we prioritize and devise a plan for how we use our funds. Davia Chambers picks up that story.
When it comes to prioritizing our money, the first word that comes to mind for some is saving, but there are different methods of achieving this goal. Financial management expert Tricia Beckles says once we understand how to spend money, Tobagonians will begin to plan for unforeseen circumstances.
Each and every one of us, if we plan properly, if we budget properly, we're going to get into budgeting. We are going to be able to have something that we can put aside in order to adapt to what may come our way as we go along.
And in planning, there must be financial goals, but those goals must be specific, measurable, and attainable.
Don't part with your money unless you can really do without it.
The purpose of this workshop is to strengthen Tobagonians' financial values, and the divisions of Health and Social Services and Finance and Enterprise Development teamed up to host this exercise. I'm Davia Chambers for Let's Talk Tobago.
It's perhaps not what this community is instantly recognized for, but the idea is to widen the options. This move brings together film, theatrical performances, and local vendors. But you don't have to take our word for it. Let's hear from the Director of Community Development at the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival and some of the other organizers.
Contemporary dances, a horse parade. The community of Buku will soon be known for more than just goat racing and the NLCB Buccaneers.
Let children see that they can actually make something that has value and is entertaining and is good quality, and it will be enjoyed by all ages.
One of the youth-based NGOs in Buku is Healing with Horses, a group which seeks to provide therapeutic exercises for special needs children using horses. Besides the live show put on by the group for the community event, a documentary, Love and Magic, was also made about the organization's annual camp.
I'm very excited that this documentary is now shown in Buku because, last year we had 155 children on board for the 2 weeks of camp, and the children can see the documentary and they can see themselves, speaking up, talking about how camp was.
The Director of Community Development at the Trinidad and Tobago Film Festival, Melvina Hazard, says that night market vending, live performances, along with film screenings, is a unique entertainment package which can be done in all communities throughout the island.
By using film and using local entertainment, community-based entertainment, it really helps to let people see what opportunities are available in filmmaking. For one, it is possible that you don't need to wait for industry to grow. You could be part of that growth.
The president of the Buku Village Council, Natasha Rochford-Chance, is involved in theatre and filmmaking. She's happy to know that the Buku integrated facility can be used for events outside of goat racing.
We're very pleased that the facility could be utilized for several reasons. Because at first it was deemed as the only goat racing pavilion sort of thing. And we're very happy that the film festival would have saw it fit to have films shown as a picnic and a family kind of evening.
These activities are a collaborative series of events supported by the Division of Community Development and Culture. The events are seen by the division as a way in which NGOs and social enterprises are helping to develop and strengthen all aspects of young people's lives. I'm Umadara Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
People travel the world to see landmarks. Few would give up a chance to take in the Taj Mahal in India, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, or a trip to the Sydney Opera House. These buildings are tourist attractions, but many are also interested in the design and how this reflects the era and culture of the time in which they were built. Here in Tobago, it's this notion that's perhaps driving a commitment to the restoration of historical structures in Scarborough. Lois Vincent has more.
The Ark of the Roman Catholic Church here in Scarborough is being restored, and this exercise will benefit from a pledge of $1 million from the Tobago House of Assembly. Father Steve Duncan says he's happy the Assembly made overtures to help because it means there's an appreciation of the church's role in the affairs of Tobago.
It is part of the wider vision for Tobago in terms of restoring the historic buildings in the town, and we are very, very happy that our church was approached, because it says that there is a recognition that indeed the Catholic Church has played a part historically on the social and religious landscape of the island.
To date, $400,000 has been spent on replacing the roof and partitions. But further expansion will also be needed now that the church has been elevated to the vicariate status. The restoration work takes this into consideration.
Marrying that historical aspect together with the needs of the church now in terms of the administration of the island and as a vicariate, so that once it is finished, there might be a little remodeling in some cases to accommodate the new vision for it. So it's not just going back to be as it was, but because now we have need for the administrative space, we're going to have that in it.
Father Duncan says, historically, the Scarborough RC Church has housed many integral services for Tobago. The Scarborough RC Church was the first on the island, the first school for the differently abled, and the first convent on the island. I'm Lois Vincent for Let's Talk Tobago.
We're taking another break, but coming up, all you need to know about the Dragon Boat Festival. Thanks for staying with us. This is Let's Talk Tobago, coming to you from the office of the Chief Secretary at the Administrative Complex in Calder Hall, but more specifically the studios of the Department of Information. It's our chance to bring you indoors to share with you some of the inner workings of what's essentially the massive portfolio of this office. Not only are media campaigns hatched here, but the doors of this building welcome all major visitors to the island of Tobago. And with a portfolio ranging from information to energy, this place can quickly become a hub of activity. Let's leave our location to take you to the venue of a competition with an interesting history that's taking root in Tobago. It's said this race has been taking place annually for more than 20 centuries. Originally, it was part of religious ceremonies and folk customs, but today many participate minus these connotations. But there's something that hasn't changed much. Competitors still rig their boats with decorative Chinese dragon heads and tails. Juliet James tells us more.
The fastest growing sports tourism event in the world is making waves in Tobago. The place, the Pigeon Point Heritage Park, which is named among the top 50 beaches in the world. The event is the Tobago Dragon Boat Festival. The festival will feature martial arts and the lion and dragon dances with entertainment by drummers of tomorrow and the Chinese Steel Ensemble. The Tobago Dragon Boat Festival is a day of fun, rivalry, excitement, and winners. The festival has become infectious, and in its third year, the event is attracting hundreds of spectators with increased team participation. 6 teams from Tobago and 12 from Trinidad. The Tobago Dragon Boat Festival is a day of fun, rivalry, excitement, and winners. From the Division of Tourism and Transportation, I'm Julia James for Let's Talk Tobago.
From the water to solid ground, the cricket field to be more specific, schools in Tobago are seeing the benefits of children's involvement in sport. With the Tobago zone of the Primary Schools Cricket League completed, you'll hear from 2 of the teams that have done so well they've qualified to play against their counterparts in Trinidad.
12-year-old Shaniqua Ayong is a standard 4 pupil from the Mason Hall Government Primary School. She's part of the girls' cricket team, who are the 2013 primary schools cricket champions for the Tobago zone in the Atlantic National Primary Schools Cricket League.
I feel proud and successful. Training was a big part in being the best.
As vice captain of the team, Celine Lorraine tells us it is not only training which got them this far in the competition.
From 8 to 3, Mr. tell us to do schoolwork, keep focused, and when home time comes, stop training, keep your focus on cricket.
The girls' team has won the zonal cricket competition 4 consecutive times. The principal of the school, Samuel Charles, says their constant success comes from having girls of all ages involved in the sport, a method which ensures the younger ones are able to master the sport as they get older.
So we have a mix right now from standard 3, 4 and 5 playing the cricket. So as the standard 5 leave, we have another group to take their position.
The boys from the Bonaccord Primary School, who are champions in the National Primary Schools football, are looking to make a name for themselves in the area of cricket. Having been former national cricket champions, they are second in the Tobago zone for 2013. 12-year-old cricketer Giovanni Alexander says that he will always be passionate about the sport.
When I grew up, I wanted to be a police officer, but I still be involved in cricket because it's fun.
Bonaccord Primary School's cricket coach John Boyce says that cricket is a sport which helps the children develop their mental capabilities.
Coaches might tell you cricket play from the shoulder up. You know, you have to assess what the bowler doing, what the wicket doing, how to play the ball this way, you know, how to bowl the ball that way. You have to work everything out in your head. The Division of Education, Youth Affairs and Sport is committed to seeing children involved and excelling in both academics and sport. To this end, schools are provided with cricket equipment so that they are able to protect themselves and train using suitable gear. I'm Umudar Mills for Let's Talk Tobago.
They entered as babies and are leaving as toddlers, ready to tackle the next phase in their learning journey. But before they can begin this new chapter, they learned some important life lessons. Davia Chambers tells us from whom in this report.
It is cliché, but children are our future, the future of Trinidad and Tobago. 14 students of this academy, Calder's Kids Academy, are ready to begin the next step of their lives, to become leaders in their own right.
They're soon to leave these gates, but before that, they met with the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, Orville, London, to get some valuable tips on life's lessons.
Our motto is learners today, leaders tomorrow, and we are inspiring these young children to be leaders someday. So as, looking around Tobago and, searching for person, we know that Mr. Orville London is the Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly, involved in all of Tobago affairs. So, and he was himself was a past principal. So we believe that that would be inspiring for him to speak to these young children. He would have some words to give to them.
She says even though they're young, she hopes the students take the Chief Secretary instructions with them into their new schools.
There is no limit to an education for a child. What they will be going into the the primary school with, is enough for them to be able to cope. They will not be lost.
Director of the school, Sonia Whitlock, is elated. Her charges, who entered as babies, are beginning a new phase of their learning journey.
We are happy because they are trendsetters. They are going out with good stuff. The foundation is well set.
And they have no need to worry, because these little ones say they'll surely heed to all lessons learned.
Listen, hear, and learn, and share. Share, love each one another.
Meantime, Standard 3 students of Jerningham Government Primary School in Trinidad also got an opportunity to meet with the Chief Secretary to get first-hand knowledge of the Assembly. I'm Davia Chambers for Let's Talk Tobago.
And it's time to have Your Say, the segment of our program where we hear from you, the viewers. Very few will be able to forget the images of that mangled car on the highway or the sobs of their grieving parents. The lives of twins Khadija and Katima Taylor and their friend Kafia Gill have been snuffed out in an accident. The police investigation is ongoing, but the twins' mom has publicly said she was concerned that their driver was speeding earlier in the evening. All the occupants of the car were young people, prompting a debate about raising the age limit for persons eligible for driving permits. So we're asking you, do you believe this will curb the carnage on our roads? This is what you said.
Raising the age limit to 25. You don't have old drivers, old people. Because 25 you start to get old, you know. What I'm saying, the trouble with the drivers in Trinidad and Tobago at this present time, we are doing everything about pledging to be a good driver. But the key thing in Trinidad and Tobago today is the speed limit. Nobody controls that.
Yes, it will, because the young people, they are thinking about speed. They don't want everybody to arrive alive. You understand? They are thinking about just getting to where they want to get to, and they're thinking about speed. But I believe that they should, and the age limit that I'm looking at is between 25 to 30 that they should raise it to. I think that would make, the young people would be more responsible and understand life better, and would take people safely to wherever they go. But I strongly believe that they should.
I don't think that will help much. I think making drivers more aware of the danger involved in driving, so they could put some emphasis in that area, like enlightening drivers, maybe come up with some solution.
Yes, I think they should raise the age limit for driving, because the young people is very reckless and all they are doing is just studying speed. Too much speed, so they should raise it at least age 25.
I think that the age limit should remain exactly what it is, it's a give and take. When you come to an intersection, it actually means that somebody should wait until the turn reach before they move off and all this sort of thing. If you look at it, in the night time, people tend to take things for granted. They don't wait on traffic lights and all this sort of thing, want to break the red light, break the green light and all this, want to break the red light. It doesn't have to be like that. Wait on your turn and then proceed with caution. You understand me?
I don't believe so. I think it depends on the driver, and I believe that they should be more serious with the drinking and driving. That's where the problem lies, because if you look at it, people within the ages of 40, 50 causing road accidents too. So what we have to do, they have to be more serious when they penalizing these people, like making the charges more serious, even making sure some of them go to jail.
With the age, if you raise the age for your driver's permit, it doesn't make no sense. I ain't solving the problem. The problem is the drinking and driving. And drinking and driving coming from big people, not small people. Okay, most of the accidents on the road, they're not really young people cause it. Older folks. And some guys in high places too. You understand where I'm coming from? So that makes sense, you're raising the age.
I don't believe the age have nothing to do with the accident on the road, right? Because accident doesn't cause only by young people. It's caused by everybody who not carefully, look, you're not minding your business, you take your eyes off the road, the drinking and driving, not the youths alone do it.
Yes, I think they should raise the age to about 20.
And that's how we bring this week's edition of Let's Talk Tobago to a close. Do remember you can send us your comments to information@tha.gov.tt or visit us at www.tha.gov.tt. Like us on Facebook and add us to your YouTube playlist. I'm Colleen Holden. On behalf of all of us at the Department of Information, have a safe and enjoyable week. As we go, let's leave you with some pictures of what we're calling the beauty of Tobago.
Thank you.